Okay, importance of pop-up forms. They seem so trivial, but they are one of the most important things in all of ecom. Literally, not kidding. So, let's go over the importance of them. So, this is what happens if you have no pop-up form or a low converting pop-up form. People just aren't ready to buy the first time they visit your website. Not in 2025 when there's so much competition. In 2026, I mean, when there's so much competition, and there's just like people can buy from anything. Conversion rates are sub 2%, most under 1%. So what happens? You're only left with a few bucks from the people who are ready to buy right then and there, right when they go to your website. The others are just going to leave and likely never come back, which is not ideal. So this is what it looks like. You spend a lot of money, you get this paid ad traffic, they go to your website and they just run into a brick wall, and then they leave. But maybe you'll get a 2 to 3x ROAS if you're lucky. I'm sure a lot of you are dreaming of a 2 to 3x ROAS, so that's very not common. But that's like essentially what it looks like. But if you have a high converting pop-ups will allow us to capture the folks that we just paid so much to acquire. Rather than asking to get married right off the bat and just making a purchase, let's just start with a quick date. Let's go get some drinks. Let's go get happy hour. We get their email address. And so then what we're able to do is educate them through email and then convert them after we have their trust and objections are addressed. That is how it's done. So this is what it looks like with a high converting pop-up form. Paid ad traffic. You drive them. Instead of just a brick wall and then everybody leaves, you're going to get a lot of people to leave, but we're also going to get people to give us their email address. That allows us to get their email. We still get this 2 to 3x ROAS from people who are ready to buy on the spot, but now we get just more out of our site traffic, and then we're able to get them on email subscribers. We send them content, and we make them emails, and we get a higher ROAS. That's what it's all about. These numbers are arbitrary. You can ignore those. But real life example of us doing this for a brand, just to like show you the numbers physically, like with a Klaviyo screenshot. This is a real client example. We increased our pop-up conversion rate from 2.5% to 8.75%. We literally did not touch any of their emails. Nothing. We didn't touch any of their emails. We just increased their pop-up form from 2.5% to 8.75%. As a result, their monthly email welcome flow revenue went from $7,000 a month automatically to $25,000 a month. We increased the list growth by 3.5x, and the monthly welcome flow revenue went up by 3.5x. That is an extra $18,000 a month. Is that right, math? Yeah, $18,000 a month. No extra increase in ad spend. That's $18,000 a month back from their ads. That's over 12 months. That's 31,500 new subscribers. More people on your list to continually sell to compared to 9,000, which it was before, and $300,000 of revenue compared to $84,000. That doesn't even take into account how these new subscribers, a lot of them will buy multiple times through the year. These were 3-month averages of before, it was $93 AOV, and after is $93 AOV. The monthly site visitors, 30,000. Monthly site visitors after, 30,000. The form conversion rate was the only thing that changed, 2.5% to 8.75%. So new email subscribers then, off this site traffic, it was 750, and then it goes to 2625, and the welcome flow revenue 7,000 to 25,000. As you can see here, roughly an average of 7,000 over this prior. It was 4 months, and then the first month, October, before we headed into Black Friday, Cyber Monday, getting it to 25,000, not touching any emails. And so this is like the revenue in the subscribers, just visualizing it. Just a couple tweaks with the pop-up form. Now it's important to keep in mind that if you set and forget your form, you're just going to be burning cash. No matter your form, it can be improved. I know I gave the KPI of 6 to 12% opt-in rates, but even once you hit that, like 12%, for example, you can keep pushing. Because if you can get it from 12% to 15%, that is a 25% increase in your list growth. It doesn't sound like a lot, 12% to 15%, but that is a 25% increase in what you get out of your ads. So that is amazing. It's only through testing, iterating, and improving that you can reach like a lot of like 10% opt-in rates. Maybe you'll get lucky and get like 10%, but really a lot of the stuff comes from iteration. And even your 10% forms should continue to be tested to try to reach 20 plus and so on. It will take a lot of new tests to really get one that sticks, and this is often the case. Initial form 2.5, and then 3.3, 4.1, and then down to 3.7, and then up to 5.6, and then down, and then down, and then up, and then you slowly iterate your way there to a 10% plus form. So next we're going to be talking about how to actually create an effective pop-up form.